So the ball's in play now in the second half, start of the fourth chukker for the Super Nations Cup 2012. This is the first semi-final between Hong Kong, China in the red and United States of America in the blue. Now, it's Jose Donoso for the Hong Kong team, hits it up to John Paul Clarke, who runs it down towards the goal. He's got an angled shot from here, but he cuts it nicely. That's looking pretty good. No, it's just gone wide. So no score, and it remains 3 goals all. That was the score at half-time. Very, very tight game of polo. Both teams marking one another very carefully. This man, John Paul Clarke, isn't getting away. He's on 8 goals. He's the highest-rated player in the tournament, but he's just not getting the easy shots that we're used to seeing him because of this very, very strong defence. And Mike Azzaro at the back hits the ball in for USA. Puts it in the air, but it hits Donoso's pony and bounces back. Donoso brings it down. That's running right up in front of goal. Azzaro will have to get this one before Mackenzie gets to it, but it's turned around by Azzaro. He takes it out towards the sideline, and he'll just run it into centre field now. Swings the stick over, but it's picked up by Hall. Jeff Hall puts it way up over the half line, up to Mason Rowe. Mason Rowe's shot just keeps it rolling in the right direction. In comes Azzaro once again. Azzaro takes it right down to the back line, tries to stop the ball before it goes out, but he gets a stick to the ball, but it still goes out anyway. And so I don't know whether that was the defending player putting the ball over the line or... Well, no, it's been a hit on the spot awarded. I mean, it's just the same as a hit from the back line, really. And John Fisher for Hong Kong, China will bring the ball. No, he comes around the corner with it now. No, he's beaten a player, puts him out on his own for a little while. Can he bring the ball up and put it in an attacking position? He goes through the ruck. Now he can't pick up the next ball, but it comes Mackenzie, and he does. And he puts it high in the air, drives it over the halfway line, drops it down out on the boards. Mike Azzaro back there in defence. It's shot. Picked up by Mackenzie. Mason Rowe's backhand is picked up there by John Paul Clarke, and trying to bring it into the centre, and a backhand shot there. Takes it out towards the sideline. John Fisher trying to keep the ball in play, just keeping it away from the back line. Pushes it up. Now it's up in front of the goal. Can he get the next shot in? It's sitting up in front. He's got a backhand from there, and that's a great goal from Johnny Fisher. And he, again, they seem to... this is almost the same shot, or the same type of shot that we saw young Mason Rowe score for the United States in that third chukker. So here he comes now, and he just leans out, near side backhand, cuts it away, bounces off a pony's leg, but still there's enough angle on that one to push it through the goal, and he's pretty happy about that. Hong Kong, China trying to play themselves into the final and see if they can emulate their victory in the Snow Polo World Cup here in February. And out of the ruck, that it goes onto the Hong Kong side. John Paul Clarke, and in defence, takes it across the field. Now you can see a whole heap of horses and ponies coming there. Didn't want to give the ball away on the backhand to the attacking team. Now he takes possession for the red shirts. Brings it up now, little pass up to Donoso. Donoso beats the hook. Comes in, takes it once again and again. But, and then now finally he pushes it up, and it's pushed up by Chris Mackenzie. Donoso running to goal. He's pushed it out to the left though. Cuts it in on the near side. In comes Mackenzie. He can't get control of it. Can Fisher? Yes, he does. It's up in front of goal, and here goes John Paul Clarke. And for the first time in the game, we're going to see a 2-goal difference, because Hong Kong, China have pushed it out now to 5 goals to 3. And there, John Paul Clarke couldn't believe his luck. 3 of his team members had come up and had a crack at that, couldn't get it through, and Jeff Hall just couldn't get the turn out of the pony in time, and John Paul Clarke puts it through. Wait a minute. There's been a penalty found in all amongst that, so there's a free hit has gone to the USA side, and it's Mike Azzaro. Huts it up the centre now. On the end of that pass is Jeff Hall. He takes it forward. Well, doesn't the game change quickly? Here goes Jeff Hall down towards the goal. He's come around on the near side. He puts it high in the air, and it goes out to the right. So Well, score remains 4-3. I beg your pardon there, because there was a penalty in the lead-up play. Hong Kong desperately trying to get that ball through the goal, and one of their players, obviously the umpires thought, had pulled across another player's right of way. Not a severe penalty, just occurring in the run of play, so hit on the spot. That's brought USA right up to the other end of the field, so Hong Kong now have to mount the attack once again. The hit in from John Fisher is covered by Jeff Hall, but Fisher's there again, and he just pushes the ball down in front now. Clarken's there. Clarken hits it up to Fisher. Fisher gets away from Campson. Let's go now, just a half shot there, but he gets a bit of height on it. Chris McKenzie's out in the one position, can't pick up the ball, turned around by Jeff Hall, takes it out towards the sideline. Next one to it is John Fisher, but it's picked up by Campson. Chris Campson. John Paul Clarken tries to bring the ball forward. Mason Rowe runs the ball off the boards, but doesn't quite get the next shot. Tucked around on the near side there by Jose Donoso. His shot's met by Jeff Hall. Jeff Hall hits a backhand. Doesn't get a lot of length on it, but Mike Azzaro coming through from the back. He's got hold of it now for the USA. Looks to straighten it up from there. McKenzie's backhand shot just stops the flow of play. In comes Mason Rowe, puts it high in the air. Chris Campson's going to pick it up for the USA. He'll take it across into the centre of the field. It's gone a bit to the right of centre though, so he's got a big angled shot from here. Looks pretty good, hits a pony, stops and picked up by McKenzie. McKenzie takes it out towards the sideline, just on the 30-yard mark. Next to it is going to be Jose Donoso. No, he takes a player out and leaves Chris McKenzie to just pushes, and he pushes a man out of the way, leaves it there for Clarken, but Clarken doesn't get it, but Donoso does. Donoso from the back. He's hooked out of it though by Hall. No, he doesn't. He beats the hook. Comes around on the near side now. Just pushing and ball up. Tries to run it through a couple of blue-shirted players. Lovely backhand by Campson into the centre of the field now. So John Fisher has to look over his shoulder. Plenty of red shirts going back in defence there. Fisher's got time to come around and try and put the play forward now, and it's stopped there by Campson, but the umpires didn't like the fact that he was there. And so with half a minute to go in this chukker, Hong Kong China will receive the penalty. No score from the USA in this chukker, 1 goal from Hong Kong. And so from the 60-yard line, so as I said, the defending side is allowed to come out in front of goal on this occasion to so it looks like John Paul Clarken has got a new stick. Wasn't happy with perhaps the head a bit loose on that one to take the penalty shot. So he'll look to put this one high in the air. There's a bit of a breeze, as we can see from the flags on the side of the field, but down on the goal line there, not much showing on the flags on top of the pole, so he can hit it fairly straight. Now the objective here, of course, is to get it in the air, away from the players and the sticks. The 4 players allowed to come out in front of goal. He puts it high in the air, and it's touched there by, well, I think it was Donoso tried to knock it through the goal. And I think it was Jose Donoso got a stick to the ball. So that's the same as being hit out by Clarken. So umpire's just deciding whether a defending player put it out, but it wasn't. It was an attacking player. So from the back line, Mike Azzaro puts it up. There goes the first bell. So we've got 30 seconds left in this chukker if they can keep it in play. John Paul Clarken runs the ball forward first. I know he can't come down for the backhand there. Thought he might be going to commit a foul if he went in there to play it on that side. Now he gets a chance, but a little backhand doesn't get a lot of distance. It's turned around by Jeff Hall. His shot hits Fisher's pony, and Fisher gets the little backhand shot in now, but there goes the second shot, and there must be just a slippery bit over there, because right in the same spot that Chris McKenzie came down, Chris Campson has also bitten the dust, but this time the pony's up and quite okay. So with 2/3 of the game over now, it's Hong Kong for the first time are going out of a chukker with a lead. 4 goals to 3, and there you saw that Chris Campson's pony just losing its footing there. There are a few little loose spots on this ground, and I think there must be one over there because that's where Chris Mackenzie came down to. Anyway, the pony's okay, Chris Campson's okay, and he'd just take a leisurely walk, stretch himself, and only the 1 goal scored in that chukker. That was the one by Jeff Fisher to put Hong Kong out to a 4-3 lead. That's really pretty handy. 5th chucker's often the one that makes the difference in a game. One team just gets a bit of a break, scores a couple of goals and gets out in front, means coming in. Now here, this was the play. Clarkin pushed the ball forward and stolen there by no, that was the one where the backhand came in, but this was the one from Jeff Fisher where he just took the ball on the near side. It bounced off the defending player's pony and through the goal, and he knows that he's just put them 1 goal closer to a final on Friday. That was the one that John Paul Clarkin thought was a gift, but couldn't see the prior play there. But obviously one of the Hong Kong players in trying to push that ball through earlier. I mentioned before that John Paul had 3 players had to go at the ball, and finally he came through, and so we'll wait and see what the 4th chukker brings here at the semi-final for the Super Nations Cup 2012 Metropolitan Polo Club, Tianjin, China. So just a few little highlights coming up there. This was Mason Rowe and Chris Mackenzie going for the ball on the sideline, and getting the sticks high in the air, and then finally when it drops down, Mackenzie chops the ball out